What's going on, Dodger fans? And thanks for tuning in to another episode of Chalking It Up. I'm Ant.
And I'm Carlos, a.k.a. Desert Doyer. Let's go.
What a wild finish to the NLDS for your 2024 Los Angeles Dodgers. First of all, a moment of silence for absolutely no one, actually. We don't give a damn. Bye, San Diego. Peace out. What a game, right? What a game. I don't think anybody was expecting the pitching matchup to be as epic as it was. I was a little bit frightful for Yamamoto. I didn't think he would get to the 5 innings that he did. But, I mean, what's your reaction to how it planned out?
We talked about that the last episode. You know, his ERA was up there. He has a 13 ERA against...
Within the first 3 innings.
Against the Povertis. Well, overall, 13 ERA against them.
It wasn't good.
Again, I was like, man, is this the right move? But you know what? Again... Hats off to Dave Roberts.
Yeah, man.
Hats off to Dave Roberts. Another game, he's proven me wrong.
Yeah.
Thank God. And Yamamoto just pitched a phenomenal game.
He did. Again,
phenomenal game.
5 innings, only allowed 2 hits, no earned runs, no runs at all, 2 Ks. That's
great.
That's what we need right now.
2 Ks, we don't need him to get 20, you know. I mean, it'd be nice to get 20, but we don't need him to go out there and try to overpower them.
Right.
Pitch to them so they can give us those weak ground balls.
Let the defense work.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Man. And I mean, Darvish, he had a hell of a game too, man. He went 6 and 2/3, 3 hits. Obviously, the 2 bombs that he gave up to the Hernandez brothers, and 4 strike. You wish that dude would have showed up for us that World Series that he blew against the Astros. Like, you wish he would have had this type of performance then, but doesn't matter. Hey, we send them packing. I've been saying it the whole damn series. Playoff Geek is here, guys. Mr. October. That's my Mr. October, man.
14 home runs
in the postseason.
In October. Yeah, 14 home runs. He's up there with the greats. Like they were showing it on Fox Sports that he has more home runs than A-Rod, more home runs than a lot of well-known guys that have home run power. Wow.
He had 5 in his, I think it was his second season with Boston a couple years ago when he first got there. Dude, he is built for it. His interview last night was pretty damn awesome. I was excited. He asked if we were live, and he said, we don't give a beep. We don't give a beep.
I love that. I love that about him. That was freaking awesome, man. There, it was just like a cherry on top.
Yeah,
boom.
Man.
We don't give a fuck.
Yeah. That's why you love Kike. That's why you signed him. And again, that's why you keep that guy in the lineup. And then, hey, dude, Teo. I don't know what else Teoscar Hernandez has to do to show the front office, to show the Dodger fans. He's come out and said it almost every damn game he's asked.
Time.
He wants to stay here. He knew what he signed up for. He knew what he was doing with the 1-year deal. He knew it was an audition, and I think he's exceeded everyberry's expectations. Has he not?
Hand them that contract on day one when they can talk. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm know they're not doing it right now, but I mean they should. But man, Teo, where will we be without him when Mookie was down?
Right.
When Shohei wasn't hitting well.
Freddie went down too with his son Maximus, and
he's fantastic.
He's been Teo, a constant in that lineup. He's a fire spark.
Energy.
Yeah,
that energy.
You love to see that. You love to see the fired up. You love to see him pimping the ball to the outfield and then just staring it down.
That's why I came.
Yeah, man.
He says it every single time. He loves LA.
He's embraced it.
LA.
So
the LA fans love him.
You don't want him to hit the free agent market.
No,
let's
go. Just give him his contract and let's go.
Let's lock it up. And hey, so again, we got the Hernandez brothers going deep. That's all we needed. Because why? This bullpen continues to stay hot, man. Hey, Evan comes in, does work. Alex Vesia comes in, does work. Kopech does work. And Blake Trinan, man. I know a lot of people, including yourself, gave up on him a couple years ago.
No.
Just because. And Hudson. Hudson, this guy can't stand Hudson.
Hudson, yes. Yes, Hudson, yes. But Blake Trinan, no. Blake Trinan struggled earlier this year, but has now regained that form. And it's so awesome that we have 2 closers.
You got a couple different closers.
We have a couple
to be honest with you. Evan was a former closer. Kopech was a closer for a little bit. Blake closed for us a couple years ago. The Bazooka was a closer, and we'll get into that for the next series. But man, this bullpen, and again, I think we want to focus. A lot of people's concern was Alex coming out of the game during warmups for the eighth inning.
Yes.
At first, I text this guy and I was like, man, I think that's a great move. I thought it was a little bit of a fake injury just because they didn't want Alex to face Bogarts and then the next two guys, which I think was
Merrill
and Cronenworth, which I didn't understand at first too, because I was like, those are two lefties, but I think Kopech has had a better series against them. He struck them out already a couple of times. So at first I thought Alex went out simply just, hey, I'm gonna fake this injury. I'm gonna get it to Michael Kopech, just because Alex, and I'm not too sure on the rules. We should have looked this up actually. From what I'm aware and acknowledged of, I think you have to face three hitters before you're allowed to switch, or I think once you get out the inning, you're allowed to switch in somebody else. We'd have to get clarification on that. But yeah, man, our bullpen is phenomenal right now. Evan Phillips did his thing, taking out the heart of the order with Tatis and Manny Machado when he came in. And then, of course, just Blake, you can't stress enough that guy has been through some of the most downfall years. And now, like, he looks like he's the closer of the team, especially the last two games. We left these guys 26 scoreless innings. Like, what other bullpen is doing that right now in the playoffs? 24 or 26. It's a number.
Again, we're not ESPN.
But man, hey, we close the Padres out, send them packing down south, 2-0. We're advancing on to the NLCS, baby.
Let's go.
And dude, again, I don't think we've given enough credit to Dave Roberts. I know we criticize him a lot, and in his interview too last night with Big Papi and all them, like, he embraces it. He understands what he signed up for.
I just gave him kudos. 2 shows in a row.
Yeah, but I mean, I've
been giving him kudos. I told you I'm not gonna bash him anymore from now on. And I come out and I said it on my Instagram. I'm buying a Dave Roberts jersey.
Hey, I mean,
I am.
He is a I wouldn't say a legend of the Dodgers. I think his playing career wasn't the greatest, but whatever. I mean, hey,
he wasn't. But he's you know what? Again, thanks to Fox Sports 1 and the Bobby Cox comparison,
right?
I am now.
It opened a lot of eyes.
I'm now on board 100% standing behind Dave Roberts. Let's go.
I have a foot in the door and a foot out, but whatever. Hey, guys. So, again, the Dodgers, we advance. NLCS, first appearance since 2021, I think they said?
21, yeah, against the Braves. Braves took us out that year.
Damn.
It's 22.
It's been a couple of years.
Yeah, 22 was the D-backs. 23 was 22 was the
Padres,
the Pobres, and then 23 was the D-backs, and then this year's 24. Yeah.
Yeah, man. 21. Hey, it feels good to be back. It feels good to see the guys celebrating.
Yes. To me, I think, and before we even start with the NLCS, I just think maybe they should add 2 more teams to the playoff mix to get everybody to play that first week, because again, we're the first team to advance that has had that bye.
The higher seed. Yep.
The first team. Everybody else has lost. Now let's not make any. I mean, it's an excuse, but it's not an excuse, right?
I mean, I don't know. I think you would think it would help, especially with the team as depleted as us with injuries. You literally think like, okay, we have an advantage. We have a week off before we play. It just hasn't been the case. And not just for us, for all the teams that have had the higher seed.
Every single team that's been eliminated, that kills your momentum, because if you had momentum, you just put a wrench to it. Now you stop that momentum, and you can't just flip it back on again.
It's hard to do.
If you're hot, you're hot, and you stay hot because you continue playing. If you're hot and then you take a break, which sometimes is a week, because if you go 5 games.
Yeah. And I mean, it might be a little bit, I mean, in years past too, we've seen that we're shutting guys down a week, maybe 2 weeks early because of how big our lead is.
And then you're like, you know what? Let's
rest them up. So I mean, it all plays a factor. I don't know if MLB will change it anytime soon.
They should. That's just my opinion. Go to 8 teams in each, 16 teams overall.
I think
it's 162 games. Why not let more guys in?
You're still too new into the playoff format. Honestly, I think the Dodgers winning it now.
College football's changed it a few times already.
It took a while.
They're adjusting to it. Every 2 years, they're like, you know what? This is not working. Boom, boom. At first, it was 2 guys. Then they went to 4.
Now they're at 8 or 16 or something like that.
I think they're at 12.
They're
at 12. I'm not sure. This year's a new format again.
Yeah. So
we'll see. I think MLB needs to do that. Add 2 more teams. make it 8-8. Everybody plays that first week,
Mm-hmm.
right? Everybody's home. The higher seeds are all 3 games at home. NLCS, we can get into it now. We changed the format. 3 games at home for the home team, 3 games on the road for the away team, and then the game 7.
See, that's where
back at home.
I don't know. I feel like the best team should have the advantage. So me personally,
Exactly.
I would do 2-2-3.
But
That's
MLB's excuse is too much travel, right? Because you're starting in LA, you got to fly out to New York, and then you got to fly back to LA. And the way you did it doesn't make sense because that's 5 games against 2, right?
but you're the higher seed. That's what you work for all year for.
But that's why you go 3 home games to start this thing off,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get 3 away games, just like a regular series.
Eh.
And if you split that, you come back home and you play game 7, and that still goes back to their 2-3-2. I just don't like the 2-3-2 because it's a disadvantage of 3 games on the road.
Yeah, I mean, and let's just say we make it to the World Series. You take the first 2 at home. Shoot. Ideally, you'd like them to sweep. You don't get to celebrate with the fans.
I just prefer the 3-3-1. That way, it's fair to everybody. Hey,
it's an idea.
That's just my idea. So, hey, I got 2 now. 16 teams and new playoff format for the World Series and LCS. Desert Doyle for commissioner. Let's go.
We'll see. Better than Rob Manfred. But hey, man, game 1, they already announced the starters for both teams. Haven't announced the rosters, just the starters. Big Jack Flaherty's going to take a game 1 pops, 5:15 on Fox.
Yes.
And he's going up against Senga of the Mets, another Japanese-born player. Smart move. I think we were all prepared to see Jack come in to game 5.
Game 5.
We didn't think Yama had the depth to go 5 innings, at least scoreless innings too. What do you think? Jack the right guy, or do we give it to Big Walker Buehler?
Jack is perfect because that's our best option. He should have been game 1 starter in the NLDS.
Mm-hmm.
But
we switched it up last minute.
Again, Dave Roberts.
He knows what he's doing, man.
You know what you're doing. That's why they're the manager and I'm not. So it worked out. Everything has been working out so far for Dave Roberts.
Exactly.
This postseason. So, Jack, I'm going. Yes, definitely Jack Flaherty game 1.
Yeah.
I'm going Walker Buehler game 2.
For sure. Will there be enough rest for Yamamoto to pitch game 3?
It's 4 days rest.
I don't think he's going to do it. I wouldn't do it.
Okay, let's go with Landon Knack. Start Landon Knack or do the bullpen stuff again.
Okay. So this is where we're going to get into it a little bit, guys. And feel free to chime in. You're now in the NLCS. It's a best of 7 series now, so not a best of 5. So you got to win 4 games. We were talking about it. The rotation, you got to look to add. And again, it's all dependent on who's healthy, who's not. The only guy that I'm keeping on there hurt, knowingly that he's hurt, is Freddie Freeman defensively. That's the only guy that you want to keep.
Yes.
Miggy Rowe, I'm sorry, guys. And we were just talking about it before we got on the podcast. He thinks he should be on. I don't think it's a waste of a roster spot to have Miguel Rojas.
There's 2 other guys that I think shouldn't be on there before Miggy Rowe. Miggy Rowe should definitely be on the roster.
Who shouldn't be on the roster?
Ben Kasparius.
He's an innings eater though. In case things get away, you don't want to.
We don't need him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Henriquez.
Yeah.
Henriquez is. I like his future.
Bright.
But right now you're not playing him. I mean, he
it's a waste of a roster spot.
Yeah, so I wouldn't put him in. Bring Tony Goslin if Tony's available.
Yes,
and he's healthy. Bring Tony in, and he can be maybe game 3 starter.
What about Bobby?
No.
Why not Bobby?
Bobby was given the opportunity, and he just didn't have it. We'll stay home. Focus on next year.
You could say the same thing for Yamamoto though.
But Yamamoto's healthy. He's been and he was consistent. He was starting to get consistent before he got injured.
Okay.
Bobby Miller came back and he just doesn't have it. He just doesn't have it.
I don't know, man. The playoffs is different. It's based off of emotion and energy.
Okay,
who knows?
I'll bring Bobby Miller in, but not to be a starter. I'll bring Bobby Miller in.
I think that's who you give the game ball to game 3.
No, I'm bringing Bobby Miller in, maybe just to come out of the bullpen and just take it if we need, if he comes in maybe in the fourth inning, fifth inning, because there's a bad game going on, I'll bring him in, and if something happens, yank, and if he does well, then I'll just leave him in there. But I'm not bringing him to be a starter for any other games. Honestly, I'm not. I'd rather have Tony Gosselin if Tony Gosselin is available.
I mean, we got to do something.
If Tony's not available, I'm going Landon Eck.
But I think we got to commit to that. I think Dave, and again, I'm not telling him how to manage because he's been doing a hell of a job in the NLDS. Continue to do you. As a fan, though, the last thing you want is to just give a giveaway game. I'm expecting Jack to go out there and ball out.
We all thought Game 4 was going to be a giveaway.
Did we, though?
It was a bullpen game.
I had hope. I mean, I thought Landon would go out there and perform, but I mean, hey, he closed it out. I don't know. It was
when Dave said it's a bullpen game.
I mean,
every single person said,
I didn't expect a shutout.
What the hell is he doing?
No, I mean, you question it. Why? But again, when he announced his bullpen game, that again, it could have been a starter, Landon Knack, a bulk of the innings, and then a bullpen the rest of the way after 3, maybe 4 innings. But again, he my thing is right now, you cannot continue to tax the bullpen, especially in a 7-game series with the team that is hot. The Mets are no joke. I'm not saying it's going to be a walk in the park. You cannot do that to the bullpen. We just saw Alex go down. We don't know the severity of his injury. That's a big left-handed arm because the only left-handed guy in the lineup now is Banda. That's it.
I'll agree with you. I agree with you there because we don't want to go what happened to Morrow a few years ago where Morrow was our best pitcher.
Yeah, and you're using him in every scenario and you burn him out.
And we burned him out and then he just had nothing in the World Series. Yes, I agree there with you. But I think the way he's been using the bullpen recently is perfect. It's perfect. I mean, with the exception of Game 4 where he used 8 guys. But everything else was pretty much...
Again, they weren't stressful innings. He did good. I just don't want to tax the bullpen. We're going to need them the rest of the way. That's all I'm trying to say.
But I'm not bringing Bobby Miller in for that because if you bring in Bobby Miller, then you're going to tax the bullpen because now you have to go in there and fish him out.
Don't fish him out. If you're going to give a game away, don't waste the bullpen.
Then if you're going to give a game away, why not just do a bullpen game then?
Because you're taxing them. That's the point. Why would you want to keep doing a bullpen game if you want to save these guys?
So you rather lose the game.
You don't know if you're going to lose it. You don't know if you're going to... You just said right now. You thought you were going to lose Game 4.
Give me a call at 602.
Let us know. Who would you have?
2913.
Bobby or Tony?
If you want to apply for the job.
Oh, my God.
We're kicking him out for this.
This is why we had such a long break the last time. Okay. Okay. Rotation. Let's move on.
No, let's not move on. Okay, whatever.
I'm not gonna continue to argue with you. We've got 2 different opinions.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just letting you know that you're wrong.
I don't think so.
That's not arguing.
I got a lot of travel ball trophies. I'm your dad. I got a lot of travel ball trophies. I won a lot of rings. I know what I'm doing.
Who recruited for you?
You were the assistant coach.
I was the recruiter.
Assistant coach.
Yes, but I recruited the team.
Maybe in my early years. Maybe when I was like 18, 19. But in my prime, all my fellow players. Hit us up.
Okay, whatever.
Hey, guys, but defensively now. Again, I don't want to see Miggy Rowe on the roster.
I do want to see Miggy Rowe on the roster. He deserves it. He's been there since day one.
Be there then. Be there. Nobody's telling. And I was just telling you this. Nobody said.
And I agree with you.
Nobody said you cannot be in the bullpen or in the dugout. Clayton's there. Clayton, he's a cheerleader right now. Kevin Kiermaier, he didn't make the roster. He's a cheerleader right now. There's multiple guys that didn't make the roster, and they're there being supported.
But you know what? But Kershaw this year didn't provide anything for us. So yes, definitely Kershaw just be there as cheering us on because this year just wasn't his year. Okay, and if he does come back next year, I want a $1 million contract for 1 year. I'm not paying him no $20 million to be on the bench.
Not even 10. Maybe 3 at the most.
I know.
Or whatever Kike took this year.
I know he gives a lot of the money away to his
charity and stuff.
But no, he makes enough. He's made enough already. No.
Seriously, Miggy is hurt, dude.
I know he's hurt, but if he's healthy,
he's not healthy. You're not going to get healthy with the injury that he has.
If he's healthy enough, leave him on the roster. I don't want him to start. Pero he can come in later on, maybe. I don't know. Bunt, do something.
He can't bunt.
I'd rather have him than the other options that you had mentioned earlier.
Kiermaier,
I don't want
good
Kiermaier.
option. James Outman, good option.
We have plenty of center field.
I know, but see, I understand, but a lot of people forget. Okay, so right now, Tommy Edman, that shortstop is his to lose. He's balling out at short. Who do you have behind Tommy Edman to play short? You got Kike, you got CT, and you have Mookie as your fourth emergency guy to play shortstop. So you don't need to have Miggy Rowe.
Okay, you're right there.
That's the point.
Okay, you're right. I'm going to agree with you there. All right, move on.
Okay, now, again, the only one that you're putting on there that's hurt and you know it is Freddie. I pray to God, we're going to light some candles tonight for him. We're going to say, sana, sana, colita de rana. We're going to do our best to help Freddie and send good prayers and thoughts his way. And I mean, yeah, for the most part, again, you just want to make sure.
Miggy should be on the line.
No, he should not.
He should be on the roster.
Make sure Miggy's out. Make sure Alex is healthy. If Alex isn't healthy, don't put him on the roster. Please don't put him on the roster. As much as a big arm as he is, you kind of also want to think future. You want to think World Series.
Yes.
Let's give him the time off that he needs if it was serious. Maybe he just tweaked something and something discomfort-wise.
Yeah.
But, hey, let's not push it. You still got, hey, he mentioned the bazooka. He's eligible to be reinstated now for the NLCS.
Yes.
You bring in Broussard.
If he's healthy,
he's
ready to come off the IL.
And I know earlier, I'm pretty sure Joe Kelly's, if he's healthy.
No.
Again, these are just options.
No, Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly's like Bobby Miller to me. They were given the opportunity and they just did not perform.
That's the regular season, man. The same look. It's the same thing. Like people gave up on Kike and Chris Taylor because of the regular season. Yes, and then look, why are we putting Kike at third? Because it's playoff.
Kike deserves that roster because he played well towards the end of the season. Once he got his glasses.
Once he got his he was blind the whole damn
glasses,
season.
Then he started producing, and that's what we needed. He wasn't producing at the beginning. Nobody's ever doubted his defense. Nobody's ever said, "Oh man, Kike is terrible at playing center field. Kike is terrible at playing wherever he's playing." No, Kike is a solid. He's not an all-star, but he's a solid defensive player. He just wasn't hitting the ball because he wasn't seeing it. Now he can see it. Now he deserves. Chris Taylor, I love Chris Taylor. You love Chris Taylor.
I do.
I just don't think
he needs more reps.
Leave him in the roster. Yes, but there's no room for him right now. Leave him in the roster because he's also always a good option wherever you need him.
He's a utility guy. Yeah, he can play anywhere.
And that's the great thing about him. But I just need him to lay down a bunt.
I bet you he could lay it down better than Miggy Rowe. I bet you that.
Probably.
Again, I get why you like Miggy Rowe. I like Miggy Rowe. I think he's a great leader. Eventually, he might be the Dodgers manager when Dave decides to step down.
I was just going to say that right
Who knows? Yeah. But, dude, like, we could have had this game or that previous series locked up if you didn't mess up that double play. But whatever, I'm not going to harp on it. You're hurt. Be a cheerleader. Be supportive. Continue to do what you're doing. But you don't need to be on the active roster. We have plenty of shortstops. But continue to go in there, pray, and be everybody's cheerleader. Again, those are the only changes that I would make. Any final thoughts? Any concerns that you have heading into the NLCS? The Mets, again, they're pretty freaking hot.
They're a hot team, yes. But right now, you know what? The Dodgers have finally got over that hump.
Finally.
Of losing in the NLDS. Yeah, it's only twice. But we got over that hump.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. So, I'm taking the Dodgers 4-2.
Damn.
4-2.
I'm going to go 4-1. 4-1.
Damn.
But Shohei needs to show up. He did not have a good series. He was only batting 200. 10 strikeouts, guys.
He's showing up.
But 10 strikeouts. That's a lot. That's a lot.
And
I'm not saying I don't believe in him. He only had 2 walks in that series. That's not like him. He was pressure. I think the pressure of finally being in the postseason, it got to him a little bit. He's going to obviously say no. But only to have 2 walks in a 5-game series for him, that's a little bit. He needs to understand he's more valuable to us on the bag stealing.
How many steals did he have?
I don't think he had any.
Yeah, that's
why you got to walk because you're going to hurt the opposing team by stealing and let Mookie and Freddie and Teo do their job and then the bottom of the order. Let Big Game Gavin right now hit you in. Let Kike hit you in. The lineup is starting to click, but hey, we can't have our MVP not be on the bag. Like he needs to understand that. And that's why, again, I suggested to you maybe we drop him down a little bit, maybe.
But I told you why not.
No, I understand that, but again,
he's more productive on the base to get from.
He's not productive. Second. He wasn't productive. He only had that home run. Honestly, that's it. Hey, he's our MVP. That's our leader. That's our guy.
With you.
No.
Your mom's gonna get mad at me.
But hey guys, again, we're excited. Game 1 Saturday at 5:15.
Sunday. Today's Saturday.
Oh, Sunday. Sorry. I don't know what day it is. Monday. Monday's a weird start.
Yeah, Monday. Like, what the hell?
Why are we playing at 1 o'clock? I mean, I hope you guys all call off and show up to the game. I'll be watching it on my phone. I can't call off work. I'm sorry. Unless somebody gave me free tickets, then yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a weird start for Monday, especially in LA. I mean, no rush hour, I guess. I don't know.
Who's playing in the other it's
Yankees and Guardians. It went official today.
Why do they need to start at 8 o'clock their time?
That's East Coast time. I don't know.
Have them start at 4 o'clock. We start at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And everybody's happy. Why are they starting at 8 o'clock at 8 p.m. their time, and we're starting at 1 p.m. our time?
Yeah, I don't know.
That makes no sense.
If we were the only game on Monday, I get it.
I get it that they want to be, give them that prime time slot, but
you haven't earned it.
Yeah, nobody's staying.
The Guardians,
nobody's
bro.
Watching it. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Rob Manfred. It's just terrible decision making here.
Hey, but again, tune in, get your towels. Be loud, be energetic, and hey, man, just
light your candles, set your little bit, ofrenda over here. We're ready to go. We're ready to go.
Let's 8 more games, baby, and we get a parade. We just want a damn parade. Yes. That's all we want. Maybe we celebrate the 2020 championship too that day. Might as well. But hey, guys, thanks again for tuning in to Chalking It Up. I'm Ant,
and I'm Carlos, aka Desert Doyer.
And as always, let's go, baby. Woo!
Let's go, Dodgers.